name is Siddesh Narashet. I am from Manara. So last class we discussed about the topic from 9th standard, that is lines and angles. In lines and angles we already discussed about what is meant by lines, what is meant by angles. Also we discussed about pair of lines, parallel lines and transversal. Also we discussed about lines parallel to the same line. So those all part are completed. So let us move on to the next concept, that is angle sum property of triangle. That is angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of triangles. Angle sum property of triangle. Yes. So we already know about angle sum property in the case of quadrilateral in the 8th standard. That is sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So likewise we know about the angle sum property. The sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So here we have to prove. Here we have to prove that theorem. So that statement, the sum of angles, interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree with the help of some of the axioms, some of the theorems proved so far in this classes. So far in this our chapter lines and angles. So let us take the theorem 6.7. The sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So theorem 6.7. Theorem 6.7 states us that the sum of angles of triangle is 180 degree. So here we have to prove that one. So here what is the given term? Firstly we have to take the given term, what we have to prove, whether there is any construction or not. So we have to take, because theorem needs proof. So it's a quite the type of statement, it's a kind of statement, so it needs proof. So that's why we have to prove this theorem. So we have the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree, means here we have to take the two parts, that is the sum of angles of a triangle. That means here we have to take the angles of a triangle. So here triangle is the given term. So here we have to take the triangle first. So firstly we have to draw a triangle. So any triangle you can take here. So I will take the triangle like this. So this is the triangle ABC. I will take the triangle as A, B and C. So here we have a triangle ABC. What is the given term here? So given is ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. Yes. Then, so firstly we have to name all the things. So here we want all the angles of a triangle. That's why firstly we have to take all the angles. Angle BAC is equal to angle 1. I will name this one angle 1, and I will take this angle as 2. Angle ABC is equal to angle 2, and I will take the angle 3 it is. So angle ACB is equal to angle 3. So these are the given terms. That is, I will take angle BAC is equal to angle 1, angle BAC is equal to angle 1, and angle ABC is equal to angle 2, and angle ACB is equal to angle 3. So here we have the given term. So here what we have to prove here? So to prove angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. That is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. So this we have to prove here. So how can we prove that one? But just observe here, there is no any parallel lines, there is no any transversal here. So here we have to use that one. How it is possible? So it's not possible here. But we can construct. How can we construct? Here just observe, this is the one straight line is there. Here it's a straight line. It looks like transversals, both are transversal. So when we construct a line passes through point A and it is parallel to the CD, parallel to the BC, so then we can take the parallel lines and the two transversals. So here we have to construct a line PQ. Say it as a PQ is parallel to BC, passes through the point A. So here we have to construct a line. So here I will construct a line like this. So passes through the point O, passes through the point A. So here it is the line PQ. I will take this point, line PQ, parallel to the line BC, passes through the line A. So we have to write in the construction part. That is, what is the construction we made here? Construction. So construction is, so here draw a line PQ parallel to BC, passes through the point, here. So here it is the construction. We have the given term, we have the proof term, proof part, that is what we have to prove, and we have the construction part, then we have to go to the proof. Yes. So here proof. Yes. So here we have to take. So here when we draw a line passes through the point A means the total angle formed around a point A is 360 degree. But here it is a straight angle. When we are considering PAQ as a straight line, then angle PAQ is a 180 degree. So from angle 1 there are three parts. So here three parts here, because AC and AB are two rays stands on the line PAQ. So that's why the sum of those three angles is 180 degree. So from those two angles, from those two rays, so that straight angle splits into three parts. When we add those three angles, so we have 180 degree. So let us take that one. So firstly I will take this as 4, angle 4, and I will take this as angle 5. Yes. So that one also we have to write in the construction part. So I will take angle PAB. Angle PAB is equal to angle 4 and angle QAC. Angle QAC is equal to angle 5. So next we have to prove that one. So here angle PAQ is equal to 180 degree. So here angle PAQ is equal to 180 degree. So angle PAQ splits into three parts here, angle 4, angle 1 and angle 5. So when we add those three angles, so we have 180 degree. That is angle 1 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. So it is, I will take this as equation number 1 here. Then, so here we have two parallel lines. So let us consider some of the axioms and some of the theorems. So in case of parallel lines and a transversal, when we are considering PQ and BC are parallel lines and AB is a transversal. So here consider PQ and BC. PQ parallel to BC and AB is a transversal. Then here just observe angle 4 and angle 2 are the alternate interior angles. So from the theorem 6.2, so we have those two angles are equal. Yes. So here consider PQ is parallel to BC and AB is a transversal. AB is transversal. Then alternate interior angles are equal. So here angle 4 is equal to angle 2. Yes. So here angle 4 is equal to angle 2 because alternate interior angles. So I will take this as equation number 2. Yes. So when consider PQ is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. Here consider AC is a transversal. Then 3 and 5 are alternate interior angles. Both are equal according to the theorem 6.2 here. So consider PQ parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. So consider PQ parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. Then what happens? Angle 3 is equal to angle 5 or angle 5 is equal to angle 3, equation number 3. So here just observe from equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. So here angle 1 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. Here we have angle 4 is equal to angle 2, angle 5 is equal to angle 3. So here just replace 4 by 2. So here we have equation 4, angle 4 is equal to angle 2. In place of 4 we can insert the angle 2. Yes. So also in place of angle 5, so we can insert angle 3 here. So that means here angle 2 and angle 4 are alternate interior angles, angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, from equation 1, 2 and equation 3. So equation angle 1 remains as it is, angle 1 plus, in place of angle 4 we can insert angle 2 plus, in place of angle 5 we can insert angle 3. Angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. So that means here it is the proof. So from this proof we can easily state theorem 6.7 as the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. That is the sum of, therefore the sum of angles of triangle is 180 degree. So particularly it is the interior angles. So in this theorem we only mentioned the angles. So consider it as a only interior angles. There is no any case of exterior angles. So here we considered only interior angles. So the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Here it is the proof using the given quantities. When we have all the axioms and theorems, so we can easily prove all the theorems and all the axioms and all the problems. So let us move on to the next theorem. Yes, so let us take the theorem 6.8 based on the angle sum property of triangle. So here it is, angle sum property is our known thing, given thing. So we have to prove the theorem 6.8. So the theorem 6.8 tells us that, states that when a side of a triangle is produced, so any side you can produce, so here any side you can have to produce. So when a side is produced, an exterior angle is formed. An exterior angle is formed. That exterior angle is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angles. So that means when we extend one side here, so that angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. So let us take the statement of theorem 6.8. That is, if a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angles. So let us have a look of it. So we have a triangle here. So here I will take ABC is a triangle. So simultaneously we have to write the given things. So what is the given thing here? Here ABC is a triangle. We have ABC is a triangle. So here if a side of a triangle is produced, means we want a triangle here. So what are the sides here? AB, BC and AC are the sides of the triangle. So one of the triangle we have to produce here. So firstly we have to take all the angles, interior angles here. So what are the interior angles? Here I will take 1, here I will take 2 and here I will take 3. That is, here angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are the interior angles here. So here angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are interior angles. So here it is the given terms. So what we have to do here? So here one of the side of the triangle is we have to produce here. That means in the direction of that we have to produce. Here in this side also, whatever the way. So you have to produce. I will produce the line here. So here I will take it as D. Here I produce BC up to D. So here we have to write it in a construction. So what is the construction here? Construction. So the next part is construction. BC is produced up to point D. And here another angle is formed, exterior angle is formed here. I will take this as 4. I will take this as 4 here. So take angle ACD. ACD is angle 4. So here angle ACD is equal to angle 4 is the only one exterior angle is formed when a side is produced here. So this is about the construction we did here. So after that what we have to prove here? So here the exterior angle is so formed is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angles. That is, here exterior angle is formed is angle 4. So here it is the sum of interior angles. Sum of interior angles, interior opposite angle. That means the opposite to this vertex. So opposite to this angle. What is the angles opposite to this angle? So 1 and 2. So those two are the interior opposite angles of angle 4. So angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 we have to prove here. So that means exterior angle is so formed is equal to sum of the two interior opposite angles. So here what we have to prove here? So to prove to prove angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. So this is we have to prove here. So let us take the proof. Yes, firstly I will take the proof. In proof, firstly I will take the axiom 6.1. So just consider CA ray CA stands on BD. Ray CA stands on BD, then adjacent angles form. The sum of adjacent angles are formed is 180 degree. We can use that one. So a ray CA stands on BD. What happens here from axiom 6.1, that is sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. Sum of adjacent angles is 180 degree. That is angle. What are the adjacent angles here? 3 and 4 are the adjacent angles. The 3 plus 4 is equal to 180 degree. That is angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. So I will take this as equation number 1. Then, so here it is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. We have ABC is a triangle means from the angle sum of property. So we have the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. That's why angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. That is ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. That is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Question number 2, because it's an angle sum property. So how we got this one? Angle sum property. Angle sum property. Yes. So you just observe equation 1 and equation 2. So angle 3 plus angle 4 is also 180 degree, and angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is also 180 degree. So here just observe angle 3 is common to both. So when here the sum of 3 and 4 is also 180 degree, here 1 plus 2 plus 3 also, is equal to also 180 degree. The things which are equal to the same things, these two are the things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. That is things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Yes. So that means from equation 1 and 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 4. You have 3 plus 4 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 here. That is angle 3 from equation 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 we have angle 1, angle 3 plus angle 4. So I will take here, I will rub this part here. Yes. From equation 1 and 2, so we have to equate both. That is angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. So when we transpose this 3 to the RHS side, it becomes minus angle 3. So that's why the both are cancelled out. So then we have angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. So this is our required proof. That means here when a side of a triangle is produced, exterior angle is so formed is the sum of interior opposite angles. So after that we have to write the thing. So here the exterior angle, here the exterior angle 4 is equal equal to the sum of interior opposite angles, angle 1 and angle 2. So this is our required proof. So here it is, we have discussed two theorems here, theorem 6.7 and theorem 6.8. Theorem 6.7 tells us that the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Here in this case, if a side of a triangle is produced, the exterior angle so formed is sum of the interior opposite angles. So this is about some of the theorems based on the sum of angles of a triangle or angle sum property of a triangle. So let us take some of the problems based on angle sum property. So firstly, the problem tells us that, so in triangle PQR, QT is perpendicular to PR. Here PQR is a triangle and QT is parallel to PR. QT, here I will take QT is parallel to PR and angle TQR is given. Angle TQR is equal to 40 degree, TQR is equal to 40 degree, it is given, and angle SPR is equal to 30 degree. It is angle SPR is equal to 30 degree, it is given. So find X and Y. So we have to find out X and Y here. So how can we find out that one? With the help of the given things. So firstly we have to write given things. So what are the given things? Here PQR is a triangle. PQR is a triangle. PQR is a triangle. In that, some of the triangles are there. So, what are the other triangles? PQS is another triangle is there, and PSR is another triangle is there. Also, TQR is also another triangle. So, there are many triangles are there here. So, with the help of those triangles, we can find out unknown values here. So PQR is a triangle, we can use angle sum property here. Also, what are the given quantities? Here angle, here QT. QT is perpendicular to PR. So it is given, then what happens here? So QTR is equal to 90 degree. So from that we can easily say that angle QTR is equal to 90 degree. Then what are the other given angles? Angle TQR. Angle TQR is equal to 40 degree we have, and angle SPR is equal to 30 degree. Angle SPR is equal to 30 degree. So these are our given things. With the help of these given things, we have to find out the unknown values. Yes, so these are the given things. There is no any need of any constructions. There is no any need of writing what we have to prove. There is no any case of proof part. So here we have to find out the value of X and Y. So let us take the solution. So I will part this blackboard into two parts here. Yes, firstly we want X. So just observe X. X is a part of this complete triangle PQR. Yes. So we have the sum of the values here. So that means here just observe TQR is there and SPR is there. That means TQR is there and SPR is there. So here we have to take any one of the triangle. So there are many triangles are there. PQR is there and PSR is there. So as those two triangles, X is also one of the part. X is also one of the part here. What are the triangles when X is a part here? So just observe that one. So angle PQR. From angle PQR there is no any P angle P and this complete angle. So it's impossible. Then let us take PSR. When we take PSR, we have only this angle. There is no any this angle. If we have this angle, we can easily identify the value of X. But here another angle is formed here. That is TQR is there. TQR is also, in that also the value of angle X is a part. So just observe whether it is possible. Here it is 90 degree, here it is 40 degree. So we can easily find out the value of X. So consider triangle TQR. Consider triangle TQR. Then from angle sum property, what happens here? Angle TQR plus angle QTR plus angle TRQ. Angle TRQ is equal to 180 degree. That is, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So angle TQR is equal to, it is given 40 degree plus angle QTR is equal to 90 degree plus angle TRQ is equal to X already given is equal to 180 degree. So let us take this one. So 40 plus 90 is equal to 130 degree. 130 degree plus X is equal to 180 degree. That is, I will transpose this 130 to the RHS side, becomes X is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree. So what is the value of X here? X is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree is equal to 50 degree. So value of X is equal to 50 degree. So you got the value of X. Then after that we have to find out the value of Y. How can we find out that value of Y? So here it is possible when we have X value of 30. So and this angle we have to find out. So from that we have to find out, from the angle sum property we can find out this angle. In this triangle PSR. After that we have to find out when a ray SP stands on the line. SP stands on the line QR. So the adjacent angle points is 180 degree. Here it is also possible. And another theorem we already proved that one, theorem 6.8. That is, here just observe angle PQR. PSQ is the exterior angle is formed when the RS of triangle PRS is extended or produced. So we can use that theorem 6.8 here. So let us take triangle PSR. Consider triangle PSR. So here angle PSQ. Here angle PSQ is exterior angle. When SR is produced. SR is produced. From theorem 6.8, what we have? Angle PSQ. Angle PSQ is equal to sum of interior opposite angle, that is SPR, angle SPR plus angle PRS. So is equal to. So we have to find out the value of Y here. So SPR is equal to 30 degree plus PRS is equal to X. What is the value of X here? We have value of X is equal to 50. That is, Y is equal to 80 degree. So we have the value of Y. So with the help of theorem 6.7, so we found out the value of X, and with the help of theorem 6.8 we found out the value of Y. So there are many set of problems are there. We have to recognize what are the possible theorems and what are the possible axioms we have to use in this case. So let us take some of the homeworks. So let us take two homeworks. So two homeworks here. So briefly I will explain. So in figure 1, so here in the figure 1, so figure 1 is shown here. Sides QP and RQ are produced. So side QP is produced up to S and RQ is produced up to T here. So S and T respectively. If SPR, so angle SPR is given, it is 135 degree, angle PQT. So here angle PQT is equal to 110 degree. So it is given here. So find PRQ. Here we have to find PRQ. This angle we have to find out. So how can we find out that one? So just observe here. So here its total angle formed is 180 degree. So from that we can identify this angle. So here when a ray PR stands on this QS line means, so then adjacent angle formed is 180 degree. From that we can find out this, we can find out that angle. So also here just observe it's a exterior angle is formed. So from theorem 6.8, so we can say that the exterior angle is formed is the sum of interior opposite angle from that thing. So we know that when we found out that already this angle, so we can identify, we can find out that unknown angle. Yes. So I hope this question is very easy to solve in your home. So then next homework, that is in figure 2. So AB is parallel to DE. Here AB and DE are one and the parallel lines here. So given it is angle BAC is equal to 35 degree, angle CDE is equal to 53 degree. So it is 35 degree, here it is 53 degree. So here we have the two parallel lines, means here also it acts as a AE acts as a transversal. So here we can use parallel lines in the transversal case. So when AB is parallel to DE, so there is one alternate interior angles are equal. So let us take that one. So try to find out what are the alternate interior angles formed. So try to take. So I try to recognize. So then we have these two angles. From these two angles use theorem 6.7. So the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. From that one we have to find out this angle, that is angle DCE. So those two problems are very easy to you for your information. So try in your home, and those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can get the message and notifications very easily. So thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home.